Hello everyone, I hope that you had a nice day today, that you're able to get caught up on some of your work and you had a little bit of a breather. Now, this is the last video for the week because on Friday you do have a test, and I will not do a video for you for Friday during the day because you have a test over the names and places in the Iliad of the Greeks and the Trojans and the gods and the goddesses that are talked about in the Iliad. Okay, so excuse me. We see that after we finished the title The Vengeance with how Achilles was not going to back down at all to Hector, it starts out the ransom with Priam going down. It says Priam came down from his chariot and leaving Idaeus to hold the horses and the mules, he went alone into the hut of Achilles. Achilles, having at that moment finished his meal, was sitting unsmiling apart from the companions, and only Automedon was near him to pour more wine for him or fetch more meat, should he demand it. Straight to Achilles old Priam went, unhesitatingly, and before he could be prevented, knelt in front of him and clasped his knees in supplication and kissed the hands which had slain his sons. That had to be hard to do. So he swallows he sacrifices his pride and puts his life in danger to attempt to have his son's body returned to him. The ironic thing is that Achilles will not live to see his father again because he gets killed in the Trojan War as well. But Priam implores Achilles to let him take his son. I'm going to read a little bit more to you. It says, he goes on and he says, excuse me, I brought you for him, do not refuse it. The tears streamed down his cheeks and he could hardly speak for weeping. He clasped Achilles' hands and said, I implore you, have pity on an old man who must humble himself and kneel to one who has slain so many sons. Achilles, much moved, greatly loosed the old king's clasp, and put him from him. His eyes were filled with tears, and he turned his head away, thinking how his father Peleus would want in vain for his homecoming. I shall never see my father or my own land again. So Achilles even knows that he's going to die, and that's called foreshadowing. Now, Achilles finally gives in and tells them to wrap Hector's body because he didn't want Priam to see how damaged his body really was. Because if he had, he probably would have changed his mind, and then Achilles would have gotten angry, and he just didn't want to get angry and kill an old king, an old man that was a king. Achilles helps actually to put the body of Hector into the chariot. And why does he do this? Well, probably because he wants to show that his intentions were honorable, and that he has no disrespect for the dead. We also find out that Achilles, when he gets killed, he gets shot with a bow and arrow in his heel, with thus the Achilles heel tendon. Okay? Just a little information there. Also, it says, Achilles frowned then in an effort. He forced down his rising anger. Do not provoke me with ill-chosen words, good king. I shall give you Hector's body as you ask. And I think that you came here today by the will of the gods, else could you not have reached my hut unharmed. So Achilles knows that Priam had the gods' mercy and grace on their side. And that is it. I want to remind you again that the test is Friday. You will not have a video then. I hope everyone had a great day, and I will talk to you later.